Hello everyone, welcome back to the course of electric network. Till now we have studied several network theorems like Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, superposition theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, reciprocity theorem. Now we will do some small theorems like Millman's theorem and substitution theorem. But before moving forward, I would like to request you to please like, share and comment. Also subscribe to our channel so that you can get the latest notification about our new videos. So let's move on. Starts with first theorem, today's first theorem, Millman's theorem. Basically, by Millman's theorem is also known as parallel generator theorem. By Millman's theorem, we can replace n parallel Thevenin's equivalent circuits to a single Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Right? What does this mean? Let us consider this network. This is plus or minus V1 plus or minus V2 up to n. This is R1, this is R2, similarly this is Rn. Now these parallel Thevenin's equivalents can be represented by a single Thevenin equivalent this is R and this is V. Right? Millman's theorem basically states that this circuit, this individual parallel Thevenin's equivalent circuits can be represented by a single Thevenin equivalent circuit by this value. Now what will be the value of V? So Millman states that the value of this V will be V1 G1 plus V2 G2 plus up to Vn Gn divided by G1 plus G2 up to Gn, where G1 is equal to 1 by R1, G2 is equal to 1 by R2 and Gn is equal to 1 by Rn. Right? And so we found the value of this V. Now what will be the value of R? And R will be equal to 1 by R will be equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by Rn. Right? Now one point has to be noticed here. If the value of V2 is opposite to the as I shown here, then we will write V2 as minus V2. Right? Okay. Now to understand it, let us consider an example. Right? Consider this circuit. This is point A, this is point B, this is 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 100 volt, 50 ohm, 40 ohm, and this is 50 volt. The question is, find the voltage between A and B. Right? We have to find V. Now, to solve this question, let us first ask ourselves a question that whether we can apply Millman's theorem here or not? And the answer is yes, we can apply Millman's theorem here. How? Because this is an individual Thevenin equivalent circuit, this is an individual Thevenin equivalent circuit, and these two are in parallel. So by Millman's theorem, what it states? Simply, n parallel Thevenin equivalent circuits can be represented by a single Thevenin equivalent circuit. Now you will ask me how this is a Thevenin equivalent circuit which is in parallel with this. Now let's see. If we find Thevenin equivalent of this across this terminal, what we will have? Since voltage VTH across this will be what? Nothing but 50 ohm, because if it is, picture will be like this. This is 40 ohm, this is 50 ohm, this is 50 volt. Now between these 2 points, this will be the circuit left of this. So our VTH will be what? Here nothing but 50 volt, and our RTH will be what? This will be short circuited, nothing but 50 ohm, right? This 40 ohm will be get shorted, so RTH will be 50 ohm. Now this circuit can be redrawn as our Millman circuit like this. Parallel to, now this is point A and B. Now see, this is 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 100 volts, this is 50 volt, and this is 50 ohm, right? Now we can apply Millman's theorem simply. So what we have to do? We have to write Thevenin equivalent between this, left of this, right? So the circuit will become, this circuit will be equivalent to this point will be A, this is B, this is 10 ohm, this will be R, this will be V, right? This circuit is represented by this circuit. Clear? Okay, now our next task is to find the value of V and R. So let's find. Now what will be V? V will be V1 G1 plus V2 G2 divided by G1 plus G2. Our V1 is what? 50. Our G1 is what? 1 by R1. This is 1 by 50 plus our V2 is what? Now see here, as I told earlier, that if the polarity is opposite, then we will write is negative. Write it as negative. So here it will be minus 100 into G2 is what? 1 by 20 divided by 1 by 50 plus 1 by 20. Now it will become as minus 400 by 7 volts, right? Okay, now our next task is to find R. R will be what? 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 50 plus 1 by 20, right? Now fine, this is 100, this is 2 plus 5, 7 by 100, so R will be what? 100 by 7. Now this equivalent circuit can be redrawn as This is our 10 ohm. This is 7 by 100. And see here, our V value is minus 400 by 7. So it will be minus. This will be plus 400 by 7. Right? This will be our V. Clear? Now apply voltage division here. What we will have? Let us say this is V1. V1 will be what? Net voltage into same resistor by sum of resistor. 10 plus 7 by 100. Okay. Okay, now see. Oh, this will be wrongly we have written. This will be 100 by 7. R value 100 by 7. So it will be 100 by 7. Okay. Now after calculating, what we will have? We will have V1 is equal to 400 by 17. Now see, this V1 is opposite to V. So our V will be what? Minus of 400 by 17 volts. And this is the answer. Right? So this was the application of Millman's theorem. Now let's take another example on Millman's theorem. Okay. Consider this circuit. This is 10 ampere, this is 3 ohm, this is a voltage source of 20 volts, this is a resistor 2 ohm, this is 1 ohm and 10 volts, right? This is 5 ohm and this is Ix. Now the question is, find Ix using Millman's theorem, right? Okay. Now to apply Millman's theorem, what we have to do first? We have to transform this current source into a voltage source. Now this will, after transformation, will become this will be 1 ohm, 10 volt plus or minus 20 volts. This is 2 ohm. Now see, current is going downward, so polarity will be of this voltage source will be like this, and its value will be 10 multiplied by 3, that is 30 volts, and this will be 3 ohm. This will be same as 5 ohm. Now we have to apply Millman's theorem. Now for Millman's theorem, what we have to do? If we apply Millman's theorem across this, let us say this is XY point, then the circuit will be, this circuit will be this is 5 ohm, this is Ix, this will be R, this will be V. Now we have to find V. Now V is equal to what? V will be V1 G1 plus V2 G2 plus, since here it is opposite polarity, so minus V3 G3 divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3, G1 plus G2 plus G3, right? Now after solving this, our V will be 60 by 11 volts. Now next target is to find R. R will be what? 1 by R will be equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. From here R will be 6 by 11 ohm, right? Now this whole circuit will get transformed into this, and it will become now this R value is 6 by 11 and its V value is 60 by 11, and this is our 5 ohm. This is Ix. Now from here finding Ix is much easier. Ix will be what? V by R, as this is in series circuit. Clear? Now after solving this, we will have I will be 60 by 61 amps, right? Clear? Now let's take another example. Consider this example. Now putting the values, this is 2 volt, 2 ohm, 4 volt, 4 ohm, 8 volt, 8 ohm, 16 volt, 16 ohm, 32 volt, 32 ohm, and this is 64 ohm. Now our task is to find the voltage across A and B. Clear? Now we can apply Millman's theorem here, because all the sources, all these individual Thevenins are in parallel, right? You can see here all these individual Thevenins are in parallel, right? So now start applying Millman's theorem. By Millman's theorem, what we will have? We will have a circuit like this, an equivalent circuit where it will be V, it will be R, and the same, this is 64 ohm, this point will be A, this point will be B. So V will be what? V will be V1 G1, that is V1 G1 plus V2 G2 plus V3 G3 plus V4, this is V4, this is 1 by R, that is G4, V4 G4 plus V5 G5 divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus G4 plus G5. After solving this, our V will become 160 by 31 volt, right? And R will be what? 1 by R will be 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4 plus 1 by R5. And after solving this, our R will be 32 by 31, right? So for this circuit we found V, we found R. Now putting these values here, we will have V AB, right? Now the circuit will become like this. This will be our A point, B point. This is 64 ohm. This is what? 160 by 30, 1 volt. And this will be 32 by 31 ohm. Now VAB will be what? VAB will be net voltage into 64 divided by 64 plus 32 by 31, right? Now after solving this, our VAB will be 320 by 63 volt. Clear? So these problems were based on application of Millman's theorem. Now we will do substitution theorem. Now coming to substitution theorem. Substitution थ्योरम क्या कहता है? बेसिकली किसी भी लीनियर नेटवर्क में, इन एनी लीनियर नेटवर्क, एनी ब्रांच कैन बी सब्स्टिट्यूटेड बाय अ डिफरेंट ब्रांच without disturbing the voltage and current in entire network, provided the new branch has the same set of terminal voltage and current, right? It means किसी भी लीनियर नेटवर्क में हम लोग किसी भी ब्रांच को दूसरे ब्रांच से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकते हैं, बट सिर्फ ये हमें ध्यान रखना है कि उसके क्रॉस टर्मिनल वोल्टेज और उससे होके ब्रांच करंट चेंज ना हो और एंटायर नेटवर्क में भी करंट और वोल्टेजेस सेम रहे, राइट? सो इसका मतलब ये हो गया, it simply means that if we have a network N like this is R and this is I, right? Then this network can be represented by this network, in which we have replaced this R, this resistor is replaced by a voltage source V is equal to IR and current I is leaving, right? Now see, since we have substituted this R by a voltage source, but no data has been changed, no parameter has been changed, the current is leaving this network, that is entire network, I, in this also leaving I. Voltage was across this terminal were I into R, here it is also I into R. Now this network can also be represented as this N a current source of I and voltage across it is V. मीन्स ये सारे के सारे नेटवर्क सेम है, इक्विवेलेंट है, प्रोवाइडेड हमने सारे टर्मिनल वोल्टेज और नोड करंट को सेम रखा है, राइट? ये हमारा पेरेंट नेटवर्क था. इस पेरेंट नेटवर्क में हमने इस एलिमेंट को सब्स्टिट्यूट किया, एक बार वोल्टेज सोर्स है, एक बार करंट सोर्स है, बट जो पोर्ट करंट था, मीन्स द करंट लिविंग दिस नेटवर्क वाज आई, इन दिस सर्किट ऑल्सो आई, and in this circuit also I. The port voltage, the terminal voltage across this port were I into R, here also I into R, here also V is equal to I into R. Its value will be I into R, where R is the internal resistance, right? Clear? This was the substitution theorem. Now see one or two examples in this, then it will become more clear. Now take this question. Use substitution theorem to represent the load resistance RL for the circuit shown below, right? In different ways. Now the circuit is this is 6 ohm, this is 40 volt, and this is RL is equal to 4 ohm. And this is our point A and point B. Question is what? हमें RL को सब्स्टिट्यूशन थ्योरम का यूज करके डिफरेंट वेज में रिप्रेजेंट करना है, राइट? अब सब्स्टिट्यूशन थ्योरम क्या कहता है? सब्स्टिट्यूशन थ्योरम कहता है हम किसी भी लीनियर बायलैटरल नेटवर्क में किसी भी एलिमेंट को डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन से रिप्रेजेंट और डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एलिमेंट से रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, प्रोवाइडेड टर्मिनल वोल्टेज सेम रहे एज द सेम एज प्रीवियस वन एंड ब्रांच करंट भी सेम रहे, राइट? तो देखते हैं. फॉर दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड VAB. VAB will be what? 40 multiplied by RL, that is 4 divided by RL plus R, that is it will be what? 40 into 4 by 10, that is 16 volt, right? And I will be what? Let us say this is I will be what? 40 by 6 plus 4, that is 4 ampere, right? Now using this data, means combination of this, we have to maintain VAB, means the voltage, the terminal voltage we have to maintain by choosing different combinations as 16 volts, right? How we can represent? We can represent this. Let us say this is point A, this is B, right? What we have to find? VAB is equal to 10 volts. Now say if we choose this is as, sorry, we have to maintain VAB is equal to 16 volt, right? Because in this circuit, in this parent circuit, our VAB is what? 16 volts. So we have to maintain 16 volt across VAB terminal in whatever be the combination we are choosing. So let us say this is a battery of 10 volts. Now to maintain VAB, we need one more voltage drop of 6 volt. So this will be 3 ohm. Let us say this is 3 ohm, this is 2 ampere. Say this will be 6 volt, this will be 10 volt, VAB will become 16 volt. This is one combination. Another combination will be, this is B, this is A. Let us say this is a battery of 16 volt and this is 2 ampere. right? Let's take another example. This is a current source. This is B. This is A. This is 16 volt. Sorry. Yes. The voltage drop across it is 16 volt. This is 4 ampere. Right? In another way, we can represent as this is 4 ampere, this is 2 ampere, this is 8 ohm, and this is 2 ampere. Now in this case also, this is terminal A and B. In this case also, VAB is 16 volts. So this RL can be represented in any one of these forms, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, one mistake we have committed. In this circuit, we have taken I as 2 ampere, but what it should be? It should be 4 ampere. So for that, let us correct it by 4 ampere and change this as 1.5 ohm. Now it is okay. Change it at 4 ampere. Right. Now the terminal voltage VAB is 16 volt and the branch current is 4 ampere. Both these conditions are satisfied. So this RL can be represented by any of these four. Right. This was the application of substitution theorem. So this was all about network theorems. Now in the next lecture we will start with a transient, right? So now here I am going to stop. Once again I would like to request to please like, share, comment and also subscribe our channel. Thank you.